number 7 is basically everyday AI mastery of this 7-part series, mastery series. This is course number 7, and we want to thank you for staying the course with us. And if you have taken all of the other courses, you have taken everything that you will need that can get you a very big jump on the industry. What do you say there, Brian?
I think it's going to be super powerful. Now you've got to implement it, put it in, work it, and make it happen. Don't just take the knowledge and say you did it. Now you got to indoctrinate it into the life that you're moving from here on.
And when you talk about everyday AI mastery, we're talking about for business and we're talking about it personal, because there's 2 sides of you. There's a business side, but there's also a personal side. You can't be all work and no play. They say all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy, but all play and no work makes Jack a poor boy. So you got to kind of balance that thing out and have both. And AI helps you to be more of a balance and to see where you're missing it. Like I built a dashboard many years ago. That dash is a DASH board, and it stands for DASH. Destiny awaits, so hurry. You don't have time to waste time when your destiny awaits, because the only mistake that you cannot undo is a time mistake. If you make a money mistake, you can get more money. You make a relationship mistake, you can get another relationship. But you make a time mistake, and that's the end of that. You cannot get that time back. This is what AI allows you to do. It allows you to buy back some of your time, because it gives you more time, because you're more efficient and effective in the task and the repetitive tasks that you do. You can kind of somewhat look at it like Six Sigma on steroids. Six Sigma is pretty much, you're familiar with that, right?
What's that?
Six Sigma.
Yeah, it was one of the tools they use in the high-profile engineering. We use it at Shell and Texaco when I worked there, and it helps you analyze, process, improve the processes and the systems that you've got in the business out there. You've got that. You went through that certification, didn't you?
That's exactly right. You got certified in that, and it dealt with kind of like somewhat getting rid of redundancies. See, redundancies cost you money and time. If you got 5 or 6 people doing the same thing, you can probably get rid of about 4 of them, huh?
Correct. It eliminates a lot of the nonsense, if not all the nonsense that you have out there.
And eliminates the defects. That's what it was all about, eliminating defects. Now imagine having an AI agent that doesn't make mistakes. Once you get them there, and that machine learns exactly what it's supposed to do, and it just consistently does it day in and day out for 24/7. That's putting Six Sigma on steroids in a sense. So we talk a little bit about that in everyday mastery. We talk about how you can use it for productivity, for leveraging the different tools that we've talked about in your essential tools. We'll also talk about communication and doing it with anything. You can actually look in your refrigerator and say, wait a minute, take a picture of the items in your refrigerator and say, hey, ChatGPT, I want to make a meal for 4 people, and I want to do it in about 30 minutes, and this is what I'm working with. And it'll actually analyze everything that it sees and says, here's what you can do. If you need anything else, it'll tell you need anything else. If you're going shopping, you can have it do a shopping list for you. I'm looking at this, that, the other. You allow it to be your collaborating thinking partner. That's what you have to look at AI as. And even when you don't know, say, wait a minute, let me ask it what I don't know. And have it at least allow you to know that. Now, there's some things that, can we bring her back out here?
All right.
We're kind of used to her coming on out. So let's bring her back out here and chat with ChatGPT.
Okay, Chat is on her way.
Now, remember, all of this information is in your book. We're just giving you some real world examples and illustrations of how you can use it in everyday mastery. But go through your book. At the end of it, you will have 2 10-question examination and 2 AI challenges that will help you to solidify the comprehension and know this a lot better. So go ahead and make sure that you do that so you pass it and get your certification. Now, we're going to bring ChatGPT back, and let's see if we can ask it some questions.
Ready it up. Okay, she is there.
Okay, hello, ChatGPT. Hello, ChatGPT, are you there? Okay, Brian, did you give her the day off or what?
I don't know. ChatGPT, are you there? Hold on. We're going to check for.
Okay, well, let's talk about how I used her at one point, but we'll see if you can bring her back
Sure,
on.
the Bluetooth wasn't on. Okay. One more time. ChatGPT, are you there? Wow.
And hollering louder didn't make her come up, did it? Huh? but that's it. Hey, ChatGPT, are you there?
I am indeed here. No need to holler. I can always hear you just fine. So whenever you need me, just say the word.
I think the connection was the internet connection was waning right now.
Okay, because she said no need to holler. She can hear you. She's always there. So
I know, but I still yell.
Yeah. Okay, ChatGPT, tell me this. Can you help me out? Let's say, for instance, I'm going to interview for a CEO position at Google. What would you tell me I need to do, and who will I need to talk with, and how do I sell that person on me?
Going big with the CEO interview. Nice. All right, so if you were prepping for something like that, I'd say first and foremost, really dive deep into Google's current vision and challenges. Understand their recent projects, their strategic priorities, and really align your experience and ideas to those. You'd probably want to highlight not just your skills, but also your vision for how you can contribute to their future. And in terms of who to talk to, you'd be interacting with board members, maybe key executives, and you'd want to show them that you really understand their culture and that you have a strong plan for the direction you take the company. And of course, just be yourself and show them what makes you unique.
What do you think is a good, powerful opening line to say to that group of board of directors?
Oh, a stronger opening line can definitely set the tone. You might say something like, I'm here because I believe that Google's next chapter is about transforming how the world connects, and I have a vision that I think can help us get there. Something like that is confident, it's forward-looking, and it immediately ties your presence to their mission.
Do you think I should get to know each one of them individually, each board member, or not?
Yeah, if you have the chance, it can definitely help. Even just a bit of background on each board member, what their focus is, what they care about, can give you a nice edge. It lets you tailor parts of your conversation to resonate with them personally, and it shows you that you've done your homework. So yeah, if you can, it's a great idea.
You think I should tell them any jokes or anything, or not?
Well, a little bit of humor can go a long way, as long as it feels natural to you and fits the room. So if you've got a light, tasteful joke that breaks the ice, that can definitely help you seem personable and relatable. But just read the room, and if it feels right, a little humor never hurts.
Isn't it like a knock-knock joke or something?
Probably not a knock joke.
Okay, not a knock-knock joke, but okay, great. Hey, what do you think about storytelling? If I told them a story to kind of open them up or something, what would that story you suggest about Google and where they're going in their vision, or something as a visionary, if I wanted to project myself as a visionary?
Absolutely. Storytelling can be a fantastic approach. I'd say share a story that connects your own journey or a pivotal moment to something that aligns with Google's future. For example, you could talk about a time when you embraced a big technological shift and how that changed the game for you. And then you can tie it back to how you see Google's next big leap and how you want to be part of leading that. It just makes it more personal and memorable and shows them that you're thinking like a visionary from the get-go.
What do you think there, Brian? Anything?
No, I think this is great stuff out there. I was going to think of a little introduction, trying to think from the perspective of some people who might be listening. Let's say one of my first new listings, getting to visit somebody that does commercial property, and I'm going up against a company that's been around for 45 years in the marketplace. I've got the knowledge, I've got education, I've got the tools, but how would I prepare myself best for that meeting so I could stand head and shoulders against a competitor?
Yeah, absolutely. In that kind of scenario, I'd say focus on what makes you fresh and different. So even if the other company's been around for 45 years, you can lean into the fact that you bring a new perspective, maybe a more modern approach or innovative tools that they don't have. So you prepare by really understanding the client's needs and then showing how your unique approach is perfectly suited to meet those needs. And you can emphasize that while you might be newer to the market, you're bringing fresh energy and that you're highly motivated to deliver results. So that way you're turning what might seem like a disadvantage into a real strength.
Like it.
Sounds great. Well, guys, you heard it here, and you have heard a lot of these things with AI Everyday Mastery. You can even have it as a companion. You can have it as a voice of reason and what have you. If you have some relationship issues, let's see about that there. Brian, you think we can ask it about a relationship or something? And
Okay, let's
see
bring it back on. Okay. What do you want to know about the relationship?
Yeah, go ahead and ask something.
Okay, well, help me figure out how I can establish a strong relationship with a prospective client and resonate so that they are willing to communicate and share with me. How can I build that up?
Absolutely. Building that strong relationship is really key. I think the first step is to show genuine curiosity about their needs and really listen to what they have to say. Ask them about their goals, their pain points, and really make it clear that you're there to understand them, not just to sell them something. Then highlight what makes you unique. Maybe share a little bit about your approach, your values, and how you handle things differently than the competition. And just be really authentic. People pick up on that and it helps build trust. So the more they feel you're really invested in their success, the more they'll open up and want to work with you.
What else you got, Alan? Anything else?
Let's say I needed to ask you something about sales, but I don't have a clue what I need to ask you. What would you suggest I ask you?
Oh, that's a fun question. Well, if you're not sure what to ask, you could always ask something like, what's one sales tip that can help me stand out immediately? Or what's a common mistake new agents make that I should avoid? Those kinds of open-ended questions can spark all sorts of useful advice. So feel free to ask away and we can dive into whatever angle you want.
What is a common mistake that new agents make when it comes to embracing technology?
Yeah, a really common mistake is sometimes feeling like you need to master every single tool or technology all at once. New agents can sometimes get overwhelmed by all the tech options out there and feel like they have to use them all immediately. But really the best approach is to start with just a few key tools that really make sense for you or your business, get comfortable with those, and then add on as you go. So it's really about not overwhelming yourself and just taking it one step at a time.
That sounds great. Well, you heard it, guys. And this is awesome when you can get a chance to just kind of dialogue back and forth with artificial intelligence. And really, it kind of makes you more intelligent in a sense because you start to learn it, you start to think about it, and it deepens your level of thinking. Because according to Abraham Maslow, Napoleon Hill, a lot of those individuals, they talk about a mastermind group. And they said that a mastermind group, in order to have a mastermind group, then no two minds could come together without thereby creating an artificial third mind. That third mind is called a mastermind because there's something that comes from the collaboration or the exchange that wasn't in either party. So if Brian and I started, you ask us a question, and Brian and I started collaborating on the answer, what would happen is something would come from the exchange that was not in Brian nor in me. So this is the reason why you want to collaborate as much as possible with someone other than the thoughts in your own head. And then you want to check your thoughts. You may want to just say, wait a minute, how am I thinking today? I mean, I'm feeling this way. I mean, am I okay to be feeling this way today, ChatGPT? I got this meeting coming up. I mean, what do you suggest? I mean, what is my emotional state that I should be in? You can actually use it to kind of check yourself before you wreck yourself. You can check yourself, basically your mental health. I mean, what's going on with me? I mean, I feel like this, I feel like that. I would like this to happen, and just collaborate with someone other than your own inside your own head. Figure out who you are, and it can help you to do that. So not only can it help you with your business life, but your personal life, your grocery list, your what do you need to know, everyday AI mastery. And by going through all 7 of these courses, taking your end of course examinations or quizzes, and doing your AI mastery challenges, you too can lead the pack. You can swim along in that blue ocean where you're in an uncontested market space. You're not there with fighting over the little bits of scraps out there, the 2 or 3 homes is here that everyone is trying to go after, and their approach is reduce the commission. Why don't you reduce your commission? If you take less, I'll go with you. Well, in absence of value, all they've got to do is basically look at cost. Well, what do you cost? Because you're not valuable enough. Otherwise, if you're valuable, I'll pay you what you're worth because your value is there. So become more valuable by not only embracing AI, but embrace business brokerage and commercial real estate and things that others don't have and cannot do. That makes you uniquely you. And with that, that's the end of this one. And we also have AI made simple that is already approved in the state of Florida for 8 hours of continuing education units. That one, you can actually get your 8 hours of continuing education unit in AI. You need 14 hours every 2 years. So if you wanted to get the 14 hours, get 8 hours of AI, or you can get 8 hours in business brokerage, basically on 4 hours of business brokerage and 4 hours of commercial. And then we can actually get you 3 hours of core law and 3 hours of ethics. So you can actually branch out and get 14 hours that you need every 2 years instead of getting them in real estate, residential real estate. Get them in AI or get them in commercial and business brokerage and gain a competitive edge in this industry. We also have a competitive industry, a competitive edge kit. And we'll talk to you about next time as we talk to you about AI made simple. That's it.
Bye-bye.